Hi people! Hello everyone! How are things going? This is teacher Renata with English Upgrade Training, taking your English and your career most certainly to the next level. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. So, how are things going with you guys? So, hope everything is going well both at work and at home. This is a channel where professionals from different areas, different companies, they get together somehow to watch these videos, to watch my business English tips. And this vocabulary and these expressions that I always provide you here with, guys, are important vocabulary, are key vocabulary that you can use in your day-to-day communication at the workplace. If you are interested in improving your English, if you are interested in expanding your vocabulary, this is the right place for you to be. So welcome once again. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you do it right away so you don't miss any video that I post in our channel. I usually post videos every week. So every single week, there is something new, there is something different that you can watch and you can learn in English. I know you are super busy people and you don't have much time. You are time poor and you need something really fast and effective. So that's my goal here, to provide you with quick but very useful, very effective expressions and vocabulary that you can take and apply immediately in your conversation, in your conference calls, in your emails, for example. So let's have a look at today's tip. Today's tip is about the word very in English. I'm going to present you 6 different ways to say very in English. That's right, guys. 6, not just one, but 6 different alternatives, options that you have in English to say very. It's so boring when people always use the same words, the same vocabulary. So most students, most of my intermediate and advanced students, they keep using very for everything. So they use very all the time. But there are other options, guys. There are other alternatives. And you are going to see, you are going to learn these other options today. If you keep watching, if you stick with me until the end, you will see different options for the word very. So stick with me, guys, and keep watching. English Upgrade Training, taking your English to the next level. Hello again. Hello guys. How are things going today? Hope you are just fine. I'm doing pretty well. So welcome again to my YouTube channel. So today's tip is about the word very. It's a very common word, right? We use in English. But it's not the only option, guys. Make sure you know it's not the only option, because it's kind of boring when you always keep using the same vocabulary, the same word, as if it were the only option in the English language. Let me show you here 6 different alternatives, like I said before, that you can be using from now on. From now on that you are learning, you are being aware of these options here. I'd like you to start using this word instead of very. So let's replace the word very for these options. Okay, guys? So here we are. The first three are so, really, and pretty. So instead of saying, it's very interesting, you can say it's so interesting, or it's really interesting. The movie was really interesting, or the presentation was pretty interesting. How was the presentation yesterday? Oh, it was pretty interesting. Pretty is also beautiful, as you know, as an adjective in English. Pretty, a pretty lady is a beautiful lady, but pretty is also being used here to intensify, meaning very. Okay, guys, so it's very common in English to say pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty hot today. It's pretty hot. It's really hot today. You see, you can use these ideas, these words here, instead of very, to change a little bit the way you speak, to change a little bit the way you communicate in English, and to have a more advanced conversation in the language, right? You don't want to keep using that basic word that you learned 10 years ago. So probably you learned very 10 years ago, but you don't need to just stick to this word. There are options in the language to you guys. So we have these options: so, really, and pretty. Let's now move to the next three options that I promised you in this video. Right, so the next options are quite, fairly, and rather. So let me repeat back to you. Quite, so I can say quite interesting. The movie was quite interesting, which means very interesting. Fairly interesting, the movie was fairly interesting, or rather interesting. You see, guys, you have 6 options here, 6 alternatives to use the word very. So let's try from now on to start using this new vocabulary. It doesn't make sense, guys, if you watch this video, you learn these interesting words, expressions, vocabulary, and you don't put into practice. You need to start using it. Okay, guys, use it or lose it. Remember what we say in English? There is a saying in English, and it goes like, use it or lose it. If you don't use the new words, the new vocabulary, you will lose it. Okay? So make sure you start using from now on the new words. Try to vary a little bit. Instead of using very all the time, let's try something new. Let's try so, really, pretty, quite, fairly, or rather. That's the best way to learn. That's the best way to take your English to the next level, by putting into practice the tips that I provide you here in my YouTube channel. As always, as you know, we are going to move to the sentences. We are going to see some sentences so you can better understand how to use these words in context. Okay, guys? Keep watching. Keep learning. Moving on here, guys, to the sentences, to the examples. Let's have a look at a few sentences. The first one, I thought your presentation was so interesting. So you probably watched this presentation this week or, in the past days, and you can say your presentation was so interesting. Instead of using very interesting, which would be very common, very ordinary word in English, let's jump into something different, okay? The next sentence, Peter is a really good manager. So again, instead of using Peter is a very good manager, you can say he's a really good manager, which has the same meaning. You are saying the exact same thing here, guys, but you are using something different. It shows people that your vocabulary is not so limited in the language, okay? The third sentence here, I've found his argument pretty convincing. I found his argumentation pretty convincing. So pretty convincing is like very convincing. But again, I'm using something different here. Pretty instead of the word very. He's quite capable of handling this unpleasant situation. He's quite capable. Instead of saying he's very capable of dealing with all these problems here, I'm saying he's quite capable. So the word quite here is the same as the word very. He's quite capable. He's very capable. Another option that you have here to use instead of, the very that everybody uses all the time. Let's have a look at the next sentence, people. Susan is fairly responsive to new ideas. Susan is fairly responsible. She's very responsive, to new ideas. So it means that she reacts to new ideas really fast and really well. So we can use the word fairly here. Fairly instead of very. And last but not least, we have another sentence here. Our work environment is rather friendly. Our working environment, nosso ambiente de trabalho, our work environment is rather friendly. So instead of using very friendly again, I'm using rather friendly. So I could replace very for all these 6 options, guys. So let's see if you remember the options you have. So what are the options again, guys? Instead of using very, what are the options you have from now on? What have you learned in this video? So, really, pretty, fairly, quite, and rather. 6 different options. 6, guys. So you won't use it if you don't want to. But if you want to take your English to the next level, if you're looking for improvement, if you're looking to enhance your vocabulary in English, this is what you should be doing. Trying things, different things, trying out different words, different expression. Otherwise, you'll be using very for the rest of your life, which is not wrong, okay? Don't take me wrong here, guys. It's not wrong to say very, but it's limited. It's very limited, and you don't want to be limited by your vocabulary in English, right? You want to expand your vocabulary. Hope you like this tip today. Hope you like these suggestions that I've just made for you here, guys, to replace the word very in English. Super thanks for joining me today. Super thanks for watching this video until the end, for sticking with me until the end, and hope to see you soon in one of my next videos in the YouTube channel, or maybe in one of my English classes, my business English classes, via Zoom. I have these courses going on. Or if you buy one of my online courses that are available for you, you can check these workshops and you can study online with me. It will be such a pleasure to have you here for classes, workshops, or even my business English tip videos. Thanks again, guys. Have a nice week ahead. Bye-bye.